I'm the CMO and the Chief Creative Officer for Paramount Network, CMT and TV Land at Viacom. On January 18th, we launched the Paramount Network, Viacom's first sort of premium entertainment brand. Viacom is famous for these niche targeted audience brands, and this is our first general entertainment content brand. I think the biggest challenge is, I've said to my team a bunch of times, we just can't f it up. Taking this amazing 105-year-old cinematic brand and expanding it into new platforms like television and digital. Creativity is really disposable. It's like, I don't want it to be disposable. I want it to be like premium, that people want to watch it again and again and again. We launched our first premium scripted series, Yellowstone, starring Kevin Costner. We're super excited about it. So that's going to be gold standard of where we're trying to go. Big cinematic A-list talent, taking that into television, then now into other platforms. For a brand, you have to figure out, like, what is your value? And the only thing that's gonna hook me is gonna be the creativity behind that brand. I think the goal of creating a really great brand is that it means something, like there's some value and it resonates with you. And as we really start to establish this brand, I want it to be, people to be like, oh, I get what that brand is, I get the value of it, I get what it means, and I dig it. Any great brand has to strike an emotional chord for it to mean something to you, for you to want it. In general, you really need to understand your audience. You have to understand how your audience is using technology and media, analytics and insight. That's all tools to give you a better shot at getting a message through. The goal of any marketer is to create cultural conversations. If your friend is like, oh yeah, I saw this okay thing. Oh, this show is fine. Yeah, maybe you'll like it. There's no urgency in that. You need to crack that cultural conversation in a positive way. I find creative inspiration from everything. Sometimes you see something, you're like, that's cool, but if I supersized that, it would be that much cooler. Looking at different kinds of work to get inspired by it, to think like, all right, how does that drive me to think more out of the box? Even for my teams, I'm like, that's a cool idea, but will it get you famous? How's this gonna get people to talk about you, get you to be part of a cultural conversation? Our approach was using media that is used a lot in that premium cinematic experience. Whether it was being in theaters or big, bold outdoor, in the media plans, we really spent time to really go out and make sure that we were marketing this series, not just in the coasts, but really going into the body of the country and making it meaningful. Radio is a great, urgent media, and especially for a series like this where you're talking in a lot of markets where people are spending a lot of time in cars. The thinking about the marketing of this series was really much thinking about the audience. Who is the consumer of Yellowstone? Who loves this kind of show? And market to them. The thing that's keeping me up at night is fulfilling the promise of the Paramount brand. There is this idea of like big scripted premium programming that we want to do. It also has to be great and have something special and different about it that makes me take notice and helps make the Paramount brand more famous. There's all of these ideas. I always say that the monkeys, they're all flying around being like, I got an idea. It's getting them to happen. The best qualities of a marketer, I would say, are to want to be famous, because your job as a marketer is to make something famous. Whether you're making a brand famous, you're making a show famous, you're making a product famous, your job is to make something famous. By making it famous, that means you're going to get people to talk about it. And so that's the power of a great marketer, is I have to try to get somebody to talk about something. And how am I gonna do that? I have to use innovation. I have to do it differently so people go like, that's cool, or I haven't seen that before, so I'm gonna do it. It is that drive to do it differently and to make it famous.